So over the past week, I've actually watched two different movies, Escape Room and Aquaman, and I really wanted to talk about them. So let's start with Aquaman because it's the one that I watched recently and it's alphabetically wise the first one. All right, let's do it. So Aquaman, it was a lot. Aquaman wanted to be a lot of things at once. It wanted to be serious. It wanted to be funny. It was like ripping off Thor, Black Panther, and every like kingdom movie. Like you're gonna be king one day, or the prophecy, whatever, blah blah blah, that type of shit. The intent is kind of weird because I've heard that people say that the intent was to make a live action Saturday morning cartoon, and yeah, it didn't take itself super serious, but it was still pretty bland. I felt like it could have taken itself less serious. I felt like throughout the whole movie they were actually trying to make it more serious. I never took it as they're playing along with the character. I never like saw it as tongue in cheek type of way. I always saw it as they're trying to make a super serious movie using Aquaman. And I heard people say that it was entertaining. I mean, I guess there was like some cool shots, but overall I was just like, Jesus Christ, when is it over? The pacing is so weird too. At first it skips a lot of like the origins of Aquaman, and then it goes straight into the present day. Then goes like into flashbacks, and it's just like, why didn't it either start off chronologically, like from the beginning of the origins to like present, or why wasn't it like started from the present and then through the movie explain the origins? It was like really weird. It was really off. It took me out of the movie a lot. The story is super weird too. Like at the first half is like, I don't know, like it's like in fucking quarters. Like I don't know, it's like there's so much shit in this movie. It's just like too much. Cause you got like fucking Black Manta or whatever the fucking name. You got that storyline. You got the storyline of he needs to be king. You have the storyline of trying to find the fucking this fucking spear, and then you got the fucking other guy, the other Ocean Master, whatever the fucking name. Ocean Master trying to like make a fucking war. So they hand fist this fucking pollution problem to the point where it's fucking stupid, because if they obviously made like a fucking like appearance and say, hey, we live here, then people wouldn't have polluted in the first place. And then the writing sucks ass too. The writing in Aquaman is so bad. It over explains so much. Like for example, the pollution shit, it like over explains that. There's a scene towards like the middle, I think, where Aqua Lady, whatever her name is, she's starting to realize that humans aren't all that bad, and that fucking shit. And she's starting to look around. You have that fucking sappy music playing, like, oh, maybe all of humans aren't that bad. And they still explain it. They instead, they show it for the first beginning. Sure, it wasn't subtle, but at least they showed it. As for the rest of the movie, it doesn't make sense. Like, there's a lot of things that don't make any sense. Like, for example, why do they have fish when, like, why do they use fish as transportation or build ships for transportation if they can just fucking swim super fast? Also, towards the end, like, of the fucking battle, which doesn't make any sense either, one of the Aqua Lady's father says, oh, he has the fucking spear, alright, he's your king now. And the two brothers still have to fight either way. I mean, you clearly said that he's the king, so why are you still fighting? They obviously know, like, he's made the fucking, like, he declared that the fucking Aquaman is the king already. Why do you need to fight? You already proven yourself enough, you don't need to fucking fight. I guess you just needed a fight scene towards the end because the movie needed to happen, And there's a lot of little things that don't make any sense. That's fucking stupid. I guess, if you want to enjoy this movie, don't think about it, which is fucking stupid, but, just shut off your brain and you'll enjoy this movie, I guess. Some of the acting was pretty bad, too. Like, the mom, Aquaman's mom, was pretty bad. The dad was kind of bad. The child actors kind of sucked ass, too. The bullying scene was really funny. I really laughed out loud. The use of music was so stupid. Like, at first they have silly music, and then they have fucking stupid soundtrack music that it's just so generic. Like, going back to the silly music, like during the fucking desert, they're cracking jokes, and like the fucking music, like do, like fucking silly music, and it's just so stupid. I just like cringed so bad. To give this movie some credit, I guess, the visuals were dope. It was really cool to see, like, fucking huge ass, like this huge fucking crab shit towards the end. The crab people look pretty funny, but they look dope though. They look pretty cool. Um, yeah, like the visual designs are cool. The costume was really nice. I like that too. But other than that, that was it. Some of the action scenes were pretty cool. There was a lot of like one takes, and you know the director James Wan, like it showed that he gave a shit he gave like some shit towards this movie, but it really got held down by the writing. I think. I mean, I can't stop you from watching it, but I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, it's pretty stupid. All right, let's go on to the next movie. So, Escape Room. This movie was definitely worse than Aquaman in so many levels. And the thing that kind of surprises me is of how many people actually enjoy this movie. It's just how can you fucking enjoy a movie that's so fucking stupid and that doesn't make any sense and it's just plain fucking dumb. I wouldn't even say this movie is so bad that it's good. I mean, it's like on the verge of it, but honestly, I just cringed more than I laughed. There's a couple of funny moments. There's a really funny scene in the beginning where the business guy is talking to this fucking guy who is the same age as he is, and he makes a reference to the Karate Kid, and the other guy's like, "Oh, I don't know what that is," and then the business guy's like, "Oh, kid, you need to watch this movie, you know, whatever." That's fucking stupid, dude. There's this scene where they're in this fucking cabin. They have this lock, and it's a 7 or 6 letter like name or whatever, like a code, and they're looking around the cabin, and then there's this huge ass sign that says "You'll go down in history," and one of the characters is like, "Hey, does this is this useful? Is this useful or?" When that scene happened, to myself, I was thinking to myself like, "Oh, that would be funny if like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer," because of the song. It's like the most iconic like fucking quote of it. And then it cuts to like a fucking shot of reindeer antlers or like that shit, and I was like, oh my god, is it really gonna pretend it's that? And then that's the fucking that was what it was. The fucking code was Rudolph, and I was just like, oh my god, I just died of laughter. Oh, this fucking movie is so stupid. It's so stupid, and it over explains so much, and it's just like I don't even know where to begin. There's like so much shit to talk about this movie that I can honestly make an hour video on this, but I don't want to give that much credit to this fucking movie, so I'll try to keep my points short. So the characters are so stupid. They overcompensate for the characters. What I mean by this is like in the beginning they make the super shy girl super shy to the point where she's fucking mumbling her lines to show how shy she is. They make the business guy all about business. They make the nerd guy all nerdy, it's fucking stupid. They make the dad character like make dad jokes, oh look, he's a dad, he's making dad jokes. Oh, fucking stupid, dude. I felt like I lost brain cells watching this movie. They over explain so much shit like in the beginning. That's the thing about this movie too, like it makes no sense how it was like structured. Like in the beginning they start off with the puzzle. Point being, this guy, he falls into this trap, and I thought he was just gonna be a random guy, to show like, oh, look at all these other people. And no, he's one of the characters in the movies. And and I'm like, as I was watching, it's like, okay, there's no like fucking tension because I know he's the last one that's gonna survive. So why did you show this in the beginning? It's so stupid. And then also the rest of the beginning. Oh fuck. The beginning part of the movie makes no sense. Like the first fucking 10 minutes. It's useless because there's nothing that gets introduced that you can show later in the film. Like they only introduce like half of the characters that are in the fucking puzzle, and even then, like they show like 3, and it's not like it's just stupid. Like they didn't need to have that beginning. There's nothing that they showed that couldn't be explained in the rest of the film. They should have just started it when like everybody was entering the building. So, okay, going back to the fucking puzzle, going back to over explaining. So in the beginning, this guy is fucking doing a puzzle, and he's like, it's almost like he's making a YouTube video. He's like, all right, so I have to do this puzzle, I have to put that piece, okay, what is this? And he's just speaking to himself out loud, and it's just like, holy shit, dude. It's like, god damn it. And it's not just that, throughout the whole fucking film, instead of showing, they just tell you shit. And sometimes it's both, and it's so fucking, it's so stupid, this movie is so stupid. Like throughout the whole film, like they just they explain how they feel instead of showing it, and it's just stupid. Like you don't have to tell us how they feel, you just gotta show it. When the ending villain is so stupid, like they gotta make him like, it's not even like the ending villain, because that fucking ending was horrible. I'll talk about that in a bit. But after the fucking guy, supposedly survives the fucking final puzzle, whatever, they make him into like this fucking like fucking James Bond villain, and he's like, yeah, like there's fucking people like paying us to like torture you guys, whatever. And he's like explaining. Oh, he's basically just talking to the audience at that point, and that's just what the whole fucking movie feels like. The characters talking to the audience, and it's like I don't need you guys to fucking walk me through this shit movie. I can see what's happening, and it's just really it's so fucking stupid. There's so many like plot holes. Like for example, isn't the build like okay? So they go into this building knowing that like it has a reputation, right? Like oh, it's the most. Even the nerd guy, he's like, yeah, dude, this is like the top of the top fucking escape rooms. And it's like, excuse me, so you're telling me that there's been people here, and no one has noticed that they fucking died? Surely, like you fucking had like a couple of people that's like, oh, you know, my friend went into that maze, and then a couple days later he died. Isn't that weird? Hey, you know, my friend went into that maze too and died a couple days later too. That's pretty weird. Like people would make the fucking connections. Like, this is so stupid. I don't know why I'm thinking so hard about this. It's just a stupid movie. And then the fucking movie ends like 3 different times. Like the first ending is just them walking out into the sunset. It could have ended there. And then no, there's like more. Then they're fucking like, you know, they're having coffee. They're over explaining again about where they are in their lives. And then it could have ended there. And then you have the fucking plane sequence that it's like the puzzle. And then that's when it fucking ends. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, why did you like make your ending so bad? I know I'm being pretty vague, but fuck, dude. It ended like so many times. And when it does end, it's something stupid. Like, this is what you're investing money in? You could have just invested it in, like, fucking a charity. Or even a better movie, for that matter. It's just fucking money wasted, time wasted. Everything wasted on this fucking film. Jesus Christ. I know I've been shitting on this movie, but there's, like, a couple things I liked, I guess. I like the room where it's, like, upside down. That shit was pretty dope. For the, I guess set designing did a good job. They gotta give props to them because they're the only ones that really truly gave a shit about this. Yeah, that's pretty much like all the fucking good things I have to talk about this movie. Overall, I would not recommend this. This is such a, it's not, I guess it's not boring, but it's just really fucking dumb. You gotta be really dumb to like this movie. I'm sorry, but Jesus Christ. And the worst part of it, it was like PG-13. I didn't know that. I thought it was rated R, and I was just like waiting to like get like some kind of emotion out of it, you know, like some gore at least or something. But not, dude. It's just the watered down pieces of shit. All right, well, that's all I gotta say about these 2 movies. I really wanted to like make a double feature, I guess, a double like review, because I haven't been doing much because of technical difficulties at my house, but I'm hoping to get more videos out soon. So I hope you like this one. Alright, that's all I gotta say for my part. I don't know what else to say.